What do you think of Settle and Roger's house? I mean, it's
I love this. I think
impressive.
What a lovely way to live. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's comforting to me that there are still places like this in the world.
Yeah.
You know, because the big cities are a battleground. You know, and it's wonderful to see people in harmony with nature. How great is that?
Yeah.
Roger's got a great house, very homely and very suitable to his studies. He's a great researcher, of course, Roger, in his own right, and a great example to those of us who like to delve into the past.
Yeah, sure. Are you doing this a talk at the Victoria Institute?
Victoria Hall this afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And very fittingly, the Victoria Hall was finished in 1853, almost exactly the time when these photographs were being made. So that's a very nice little piece of harmony, if you like. We do a show, it's a 3D show, and we transfer from this experience to the on-screen, silver screen, wearing glasses type of stereo, which works really well. These transform into great 3D pictures on the screen, and we sort of bring T.R. Williams to life, the man who did this, in the room, and you hear his poetry and you see his images, and I think people just get sucked back into that very tranquil, well, apparently more tranquil time of the 1850s. There's a bit more to it than that, of course. T.R. Williams is in a sense preserving an ideal, the tranquil country life, the spirituality, but he's also very consciously portraying the fact that life was pretty brutal as well, and these people who were in the photographs were more or less slaves, as a matter of fact. They were the servants of the lord of the manor, and they had very little control over their own lives. Nevertheless, they had happy and productive lives. And it's a lesson to us all, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Freddie Mercury was a big art lover.
He was.
What do you think he would have thought of this exhibition and the idea behind it?
He would love it, I'm sure he would, yeah. I think of Freddie every day, because I walk that fine line, as T.R. Williams did, between art and commercialism. You know, and it's important to me that people understand our work and share our work. Otherwise, we would be doing it for nothing. You know, I always remember Freddie was very straightforward about these things. You know, people would say, "Do you enjoy having a lot of money, Freddie?" And he says, "Yes, I love people giving me money because it tells me that they like my work. It tells me that I'm important to them." He says, I want my work to be enjoyed and to be shared. So that's the way I feel. And I constantly tread this line. And I find it fascinating. To me, that's where the exciting things happen, where you're sharing something unusual and special with people who don't have time to create it themselves. So that's what I've enjoyed about this. You know, it's not rock and roll, but it really has got people excited.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy that.
I'll just quickly ask, I mean, it's the 20th anniversary of Freddie's passing next year. Are there any plans for anything to mark the occasion at this stage? Anything you can tell us about?
Yeah, we are. Well, it coincides with the fact that we've signed to a new record company after all these years. God knows how many years. 40 years, actually, I think. So yes, we'll be relaunching the entire Queen catalogue, beautifully, perfectly remastered and repackaged to the highest possible standard. And our boys have gone back to all the original analogue mixtapes and restored them lovingly in the same way in which I've restored these, actually. Yeah. So there'll be a complete reissue, starting off with the Greatest Hits, Greatest Hits 1, which astonishingly is the biggest selling CD of all time in Britain. I didn't realise that till recently. So Greatest Hits 1 will be out there first, and then Greatest Hits 2, and then the whole catalogue of Queen records. And there is an exhibition which we're mounting in London in conjunction with Island. We've signed with Island Records, which is a part of Universal.
Sure, yeah.
And they are putting together this exhibition for us, which is about the early Queen days. So you're looking at a young band emerging and sort of fighting its way to the front, same as people do today. So there will be a lot going on. It'll be a sort of interactive exhibition, this Queen exhibition, and it will be called Stormtroopers in Stilettos.
Excellent. Excellent. That should be really good.
Yeah, so many plans. Yeah, we're also, of course, I don't know if you know, we're in the course of putting together a film or putting together a team to make a film about Freddie. And the script is already written by Peter Morgan, who has a fantastic track record in films. And Sacha Baron Cohen is desperate to play the part.
Yes.
And I can understand why, because it's a great challenge to Sacha. I think he's branching out into a new area. A very talented man, obviously. And really, it's partly due to Sacha that we've got this far, because for years he's been saying, "I will play this part and we will make this movie," and now it's happening. So that'll be a nice thing to commemorate Freddie, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's a nice artistic thing as well. I mean, we don't make the film. You know, there are people who are better at making films than us, but we will supervise the music, and in that way we'll be a part of it. We'll try and not sort of hog-tie the people too much, because we don't want it to sort of. It's not meant to be our story. It's meant to be really Freddie's story.
Yeah.
You know, from an impartial point of view. I think it will be fascinating.
Do we know who's playing you yet? Has that been
Who's
decided?
playing me? No. I dread this.
Any ideas?
Really, no, I have no idea. No. I asked for Gene Hackman, but I think he's retired. He's my favourite actor.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favourite actors. Yeah, Robert De Niro's busy, you know. What can you do?
We'll wait and see. Right.
Robert is our partner in making this film, actually, strange enough. De Niro and his people have been partners in We Will Rock You over the years. I don't know if you know, but we're in partnership with Tribeca. So Robert is a part of this venture as well.
Right. Should be interesting. Looking very
We
much
need
forward
to
to
make.
seeing that.
Yeah, we have to get him to do a cameo, I think, in the film.
Yeah, maybe. Could be John Deacon. You never know.
Yeah, well, somebody's going to
Could
have
be
to play
interesting.
John.
Yeah.
You know, John wasn't the most verbose of people during this time, but he had such a crucial role to play.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm sure that'll be in the movie. But really, the movie's about Freddie, and
Yeah.
that's the way we want it to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.